Welcome to a brand new Final Fantasy VII glitch called the double Yuffie glitch. Now, to give you some history on this, a couple weeks ago, I believe, a new glitch was found in the PS4 version of the game where called the Chocobo glitch, where you can basically manipulate when a text box will come up saying that a Chocobo is running away. And using that, you can get the... Hey, shut up, Diamond Weapon. I'm trying to explain stuff. So, you can get the text box to pop up while you're trying to... while the buggy is breaking down. You can skip Cosmo Canyon. It's a really cool skip in the speedrun. But that was pretty much all it was used for. So, me and my community went in and we investigated the Chocobo glitch to see if there was anything else you could do with it. And we found a couple different things. The first thing we found was a more permanent version of the Chocobo glitch where you save the game, quit, and reload, and the Chocobo gets stuck on the world map. And even if you get into fights and stuff, the Chocobo won't leave. And this causes a bunch of different things to happen. For one, if you fight the Midgar Zolom, the Chocobo will teleport across the map and suddenly Cloud will be riding a Chocobo. The same thing happens if you enter and exit the Chocobo farm. And probably the coolest thing we found was called the double Chocobo glitch, where if you do the Chocobo glitch, save the game, quit, reload, get the Chocobo to stay on the world map, and then try to ride another Chocobo from the stables, the game will attempt to put both Chocobos underneath Cloud at the same time, and you end up getting a double model Chocobo, and you can actually jump off of one Chocobo and you'll start riding the second Chocobo. It's really cool. Essentially, you're riding two Chocobos at the same time. So after we found that, we kind of went crazy and spent like several hours trying to figure out if there was any way that this double Chocobo glitch could be used for anything cool. We tried like everything we could think of on the world map. Anything that opens up text boxes. We tried different combinations of Chocobos. We couldn't find anything interesting. The only interesting thing we found was that if you get in the high wind and then get back out of the high wind, you can soft lock yourself in this state where you actually look like a Chocobo, and you can run around as a Chocobo, but you can't get off the Chocobo. But that was pretty much all we found. So, fast forward to yesterday, I get an email from, let me make sure I say his name right. His name is Jenkins. He also goes by Final Fantasy VII X-Files. He sent me a video of him doing a glitch he likes to call the double Yuffie glitch. And basically, you're not exactly getting two Yuffies, but basically what this glitch does is it allows you to do the Yuffie side quest with Yuffie. So while you're running around Wutai looking for Yuffie, and while you're fighting Raps, you can have Yuffie in your party, and you can fight Raps with Yuffie, which is absolutely insane, and it works on every version of the game. The only version I'm not sure it works on is PS1 and PS2 with the original disc. The reason I'll get into in a bit, but we're going to try it later and see if we can get it to work. But there's one little hiccup that might make it impossible to do on original console with original disc. But if you take the original disc and throw it in the PS3, it'll work. So this works on every version, which completely blows my mind that this is possible, and we're going to go through it now. So, first of all, this is a very specific save. This save has to be with Diamond Weapon on the map and the Yuffie side quest not done yet. So, not everyone has that kind of save laying around. I didn't have that kind of save laying around, so I had to, like, MacGyver one. This save is kind of silly. It has no submarine because I had to like take an old save and skip forward through time. So this save might seem a little weird, but I promise you it'll work just fine. But yeah, so we have Diamond Weapon on the map, ready to attack Midgar, and the Yuffie side quest has not been done yet, but Yuffie is in our party. So the first thing we do is we grab the Chocobo and we do the regular Chocobo glitch, which, if you have not done the Chocobo glitch yet, basically you just stand here, you go left, the Chocobo talks for a second, and then you get off of the Chocobo and you hold down at the same time. And that will cause this weird thing to happen. Now we're going to save the game. and load the game. And this is that extended chocobo glitch I was talking about earlier. So now the chocobo is stuck on the map. And just to show you, we do have Yuffie in our party. There she is. So, now we're going to get back in the High Wind. And we're going to go do the double chocobo glitch. Which is simply just going to the chocobo farm and picking a chocobo. So there we go. We now have the double chocobo glitch where we have two models of a chocobo trying to be together at the same time. And Cloud is gone. Now, normally if we get off the chocobo, we would just be on a normal chocobo at that point. Or we can get the High Wind and do the whole soft locking thing. And this is where a Jenkins came in and said, what would happen if you did try to do the Yuffie side quest? Which was the one thing that we did not think about. We tried everything on the map. We did not think of the Yuffie side quest. So this is absolutely brilliant to try this. But the results are not what I would have thought they would be. So, we're going to go activate the Yuffie side quest. Let's see. I have to get off. For now, the normal chocobo. Oh, we have to go, shoot. I don't know if it'll work now that I got off the chocobo. We'll see. Might have to redo it. We have to go to, the bridge part. Because that one doesn't activate unless you actually go in the town. And you can't go into towns with the chocobo. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if this will work now that I got off the chocobo. I'm actually glad I tried this, though, because I want to see what happens. So we got to go to where it normally happens, which is over here. There it is. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I have no idea what will happen now that I got off the chocobo. We'll see. I was trying to do the other spot where it activates, but like I said, you can't enter buildings with the chocobo unless it's the farm, so... Let's see what happens. So our materia is gone, as it should be. Why is Red 13 so weak? I thought I buffed our power. Maybe I forgot Red 13. Yeah, we have enough materia that fire didn't get stolen. Yuffie only steals 48 pieces of materia, I think. So if you have more than 48, you keep a few. But most of my materia is gone. How are you not dead yet? Alright, let's see what happens. I'm very curious to see what happened now that I got off the chocobo. Alright, cool. It still did it. So, normally, when you start the Yuffie side quest, you are locked on Wutai. So, once you get your materia stolen, you're not allowed to leave Wutai until you get your materia back. The game does that on purpose so you don't try to beat the rest of the game without your materia, right? For the first time ever, a Jenkins has found a way to get off the continent while the Yuffie side quest is going on. So, we are now at the farm. And Yuffie is gone. And our materia is gone. Except a couple. So for the first time ever, we are actually off of the Wutai continent while the Yuffie side quest is going on, which is already pretty cool. I've never seen this happen before. Now, usually, you would be soft-locked here, because the high wind is over on the Wutai continent, and we're over here. So normally, this would be a soft lock. You know, you would not be able to get off this continent. You'd just be stuck on this continent forever with no materia. However, we set up a very specific save file that has Diamond Weapon on it. So we're going to run all the way over and fight Diamond Weapon. And what that's going to do is it's going to activate the cutscene after Diamond Weapon, where the game places you on the high wind. And we'll get the high wind back. We're going to be placed back in the high wind after this. But Yuffie's still going to be gone. We need to go a little bit further before the game realizes that Yuffie is gone and places her back in our party. And the place that's going to be is the start of the third disc. So we're going to travel from here to the start of the third disc. And then the magic's going to happen. You know, I just realized this glitch will work on the original. Because we were able to get off the first chocobo and walk around as the second chocobo, and it still worked. So you could do that on PS1 and the game wouldn't soft lock. Okay, so we did... we fought Diamond Weapon. We did that whole scene. Then we did the whole Midgar raid. And now we're on Disc 3. Or we're about to be on Disc 3. And this is the scene where everybody comes back. And you'll notice that Yuffie does not come back because the game still thinks that she's gone from our party. So everyone's going to come back. Tifa, Barrett, Sid, Red 13, Vincent, and Yuffie's not going to come back. So it's like Yuffie is completely gone. But what's going to happen is the game's going to flip to Disc 3, and it's going to say, alright, repopulate the PHS with everybody. And we still have a flag that says that we unlocked Yuffie. There's a specific flag in the game that says, you've unlocked Yuffie, stop showing Mystery Ninja in jungles. There's like a whole flag for it. So that flag is still on, so when the game checks to see if we have Yuffie, it does think that we have Yuffie. So it's going to put Yuffie back in our party. But the Yuffie side quest, which is supposed to be impossible to do by now, is still active, and we can still go do it. So we're gonna go through this text, and the game's we're gonna do this cutscene. We're gonna flip over to Disc 3, and the game's gonna put Yuffie in our party. We're gonna start this scene, then we're just gonna leave. By the way, Yuffie is here. So the game has successfully put her back on the high wind now. Also, I like this conversation. It's a good one. It's also pretty weird that Cloud talks about his days in Soldier after he's already accepted that he never made it in the Soldier. Kind of a weird conversation. Anyways. So here we are. Yuffie is now back in our party. However, our materia is still missing. Because the side quest is still going on. And as you can see, we can't get back in the high wind. Because the game still thinks that the Yuffie side quest is going on. So it's like, oh, you need to go do the Yuffie side quest, but we're not even at the Yuffie side quest. So, the only way to remedy this is to go straight to Wutai. So we'll go straight there. And before we go in, we'll put Yuffie in the party. By the way, can I ride this? Nope. So yeah, that answers our question with the gold chocobo. It doesn't let you get on chocobos either. Alright, so here we are. Yuffie side quest. And Yuffie is in our party. So, mission complete. And now we can do the entirety of the side quest. And Yuffie's going to be in our party the whole time. And as far as I saw, none of these cutscenes soft lock. So even though Yuffie can't, the game can't draw Yuffie because it doesn't load the Yuffie model in these rooms. It simply just puts nobody there. And the scene later where a third party member is supposed to talk, it just skips the text. It'd be really cool if when she stole that materia, it actually showed up in her inventory, but that don't happen. Also, I saw those questions. Yes, I do watch AGDQ. And, no, I'm not spoiling myself on the remake stuff. I'm waiting for the demo to either drop or the game to drop. So this scene is going to be weird because there's not a third person. So Yuffie's going to come out and get blocked by no one. I'm surprised that this cutscene doesn't soft lock. Like, super surprised. It's actually kind of shocking. I figured it would soft lock because it would be looking for a third model and it wouldn't be able to find it. But I think what's happening is that it's pulling Yuffie's model, but the Yuffie model is already in use, so it just displays nothing. But it's still pulling it correctly. It's just displaying nothing. So that's my guess. This glitch would be 1000% not useful in the speedrun. There would be absolutely no reason to do this in a speedrun. There isn't even any reason to do the Yuffie side quest in a speedrun. Even if you were doing 100%, this would not be useful in any way. It's just like a... Oh! Yuffie just walked back... Okay, the Yuffie model doesn't know where it wants to be, but it looks like it fixed itself. If she got caught in between Vincent and Cloud, that would have soft locked. Because the game was trying to place her there, and she had to walk between the two models, but luckily there was enough room. This is like on a knife's edge. Like, this should be soft locking. It's just barely not soft locking. Like, we're pretty lucky this hasn't soft locked. Also, I hate this stupid switch. I can never... There we go. That would have been funny if she caught herself. Caught herself. Like she ran underneath the cage and got caught. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Now we got a problem. So she's caught trying to walk to us and can't. So you might have to take Yuffie out of the party for this specific scene. Unless... no, I think she'd get caught there anyways. Yeah, I think she'd get caught there anyways. So let's do it again, but let's remove her from the party. Alrighty, so this time we have regular party members. Yeah, they also gave Sephiroth a weird face in this version because, I don't know, they're on drugs or something. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. Alright. Now, we'll go to the save point and get Yuffie. And continue and see what happens. We'll also save in case something bad happens. Also, I believe there's no flag saying that you need to complete the Yuffie side quest before doing this. You just need Yuffie in your party. So I think we could do this. Yeah, you could do the pagoda halfway through the quest. Because there's no flag saying like, oh, you have to finish this. So yeah, we could just like go ahead and do the pagoda quest if we wanted for fun. I never thought you could do the pagoda quest before finishing the side quest. It's pretty funny. I don't think any of this will break because I don't think the other party members even appear. I think it's just Cloud. Oh, yep. Okay, there you go. Yuffie's there. Yuffie's chilling. So Yuffie got called correctly there because Yuffie never appears in that scene, so they just... the model came up right. Yuffie, give us back our materia while we fight these soldiers. It would really help for this fight. Yeah, pagoda would be pretty difficult with no materia if you didn't cheat. Alright. Let's rest, why not? Yuffie worked correctly there. Alright, now here's the big win here. Doing the Raps boss fight with Yuffie in our party should be pretty funny. She's gonna be in the back, tied up, but still somehow fighting the fight. Hurry up, Rude, you're so slow. A true ninja. So there she is. I really wish the game didn't have an issue calling two of the same model, because it would be hilarious to see Yuffie standing here and also up there. But instead, she's just going to be invisible. It'd also be funny if they called, like, Yuffie's animations. So, like, she was doing the animation of, like, being ready to fight, even though she's stuck up there. But for whatever reason, it does her animations right, and she just stays in her T-pose. And suddenly, Yuffie's here. Never thought I'd see the day. And now this cutscene will probably work normally. It's so weird seeing only Cloud and Vincent here. F for cornea. Would you guys stop talking and get me down from here? Somebody turn off the wind, it's too loud. Business as usual. So now Yuffie's going to give us back our materia, and at the same time, give herself materia, I guess? Give materia to a random stranger over there? Like an invisible person over there just got some materia? Cloud's gonna nod to... Oh, okay, that was funny. Cloud's supposed to nod to the person standing to the right, but the person standing to the right is Yuffie, so he nodded to Yuffie, even though she's not looking. That was pretty good. Yuffie 2, Materia Boogaloo. Alright, and now we're back on the map, and we have Yuffie, and we have our materia, some of which is on Yuffie. Everything else is here. There you go. And now everything's back to normal. And we have successfully done the Yuffie side quest on Disc 3. Now, I'm curious to do some more testing on this. I want to try this with a couple different things. I want to try this with the single chocobo glitch to see if it still works. And see what kind of results we get. I also kind of want to toy around with doing the Yuffie side quest on Disc 3 and see if there's any weird things that happen with that. For example, because we're doing this on Disc 3, like, Ultimate Weapon could be attacking Wutai at the same time that we do the Wutai side quest. Like, there's all sorts of goofy stuff that could happen. So yeah, I want to put some more testing into this, but this is the general look at it. It should work on every single version. And I said earlier that it might not work on the PS1 version, but I think it will. And the reason I think it will is that originally I said it wouldn't, because if you try to move while in the double chocobo glitch, you will hard lock the console. The console doesn't know how to call animation 0 with the second chocobo. Basically, when you have both chocobos on top of each other, it doesn't know which animations to play for the second chocobo, so it tries to play an animation called Animation 0, and the original PS1 and PS2 consoles can't do that, so the console completely hard locks. But what you could do is place the high wind close enough to the farm to where when you leave the farm with the double chocobo, you could just get directly in the high wind, fly over here, land, and then get off the first chocobo and take the second chocobo over just like we did before, and do the glitch that way. And then you'd never actually call that animation, and you would never hard lock the console. And then everything else should work the same way it did here. So this should be able to work even on the original game, which is crazy, like, to imagine. But yeah, even back when we played this game originally as kids, we could have done the Wutai side quest with Yuffie, and done the Wutai side quest on Disc 3 as well. So we're going to do some more adventuring into this to see if we can find anything else, but that's the basic gist of the glitch.